Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We are Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. We have a weekend's worth of solds for you today. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I think our weekend went pretty good. Kathy's going to show you what has sold for us over the weekend.
Hey guys, we'll start with eBay. Alright, first up we got a pair of Nike Flyknit shoes. I picked these up in Denver over my birthday and I paid $8.99 for them at a Goodwill. I think I already said Goodwill, but yeah, I listed them for $59.95 free ship, and with our discount this weekend of 14% off, I thought we did 15, but we did 14, so...
Hey, I just want to clarify. I said 15. She said change it to 14 because it's different.
Yeah. Anyway, so this buyer paid $48.95 free ship. These are under £1, so they were able to ship out for a little over $5 something. And if you are new here, we, for shoes, do ship out in a poly mailer if they're under £1, just to save that weight and not have to pay for priority mail. Alright, and then we had a viewer sale, which was a bundle. Let me pull this up. So these went to Jennifer. Thank you. So she purchased these Gentle Soles by Kenneth Cole. This was a brand I never heard of before becoming a reseller, but I just randomly picked it up one day, not this particular pair, and then they sold for a good amount. So every time I've seen them since, I've picked them up, and they've all been selling for a good amount. And these are just super cute little sandals. And then these are Velcro on the Letterpress, which is an Anthropologie brand, jeans. And then just a t-shirt that says Love Never Fails. It's not like branded or anything, but I found several of these and I loved them, so I got them all, and they've been slowly selling off. So, she paid for all three of the items. I believe it came out to $75.81. Part of that was the shipping that she had paid. So yeah, I was able to ship all three items. I think she was in California for just over $10. So not bad, even though it's kind of heavy. It's not going too far, and the box dimensions didn't make it cost too much. So thank you so much, Jennifer.
Oh, is Jennifer a viewer?
Yes.
Oh,
and
awesome.
then she actually said, let's see.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Wrote, been watching your YouTube channel since the beginning and am going to try to list kids items because of you guys. I already list women's and men's. Also, you have inspired me to attempt cross-listing with List Perfectly. I'll use your code. Hope you get credit. Thank
nice.
you. We do,
yeah, thank you so much.
We do get credit, so yeah, thank you. If anyone else wants to try List Perfectly, we definitely recommend it, and there's a link down below.
And don't forget to use code GINGER, all caps, for 30% off. Yeah.
So thanks for keeping it real. Looking forward to more videos. Happy holidays to you and the boys. Thank you so much.
I hope List Perfectly works out for you, Jennifer.
All right, and then we actually had another viewer sale. It's funny, the last video I said we don't get that much viewer sales, and then I think we had 2, 3 or so this weekend. So these ones sold to Gail. So thank you, Gail. She wrote, I watch you and your husband on YouTube. Thanks for sharing your story. I enjoy watching you guys. These socks are a gift, so I hope the person who these are a gift for is not watching, because I just said that. But yeah, so those little fox socks ended up selling for $7.70 free ship. Shipping cost me just over $3, and yeah, thank you so much. We got those at the Goodwill outlet. I was gonna keep them, but my sock drawer was full, so I went ahead and listed them, and I knew somebody would want them because they were super cute.
Thank you for the support, Gail. Yeah.
All right. And then we sold a Lucky Brand plaid shirt, just a women's button-up. I actually bought this for myself off of Poshmark, but it didn't end up fitting, so I relisted it. I listed it for $24.95. With my discount, the buyer paid $21.46 free ship. I had about $16 into it, I think, so I made, after fees and shipping, like $14.90 something, so lost $1 or $2 on that, but that's okay. That happens. All right, and then these guys finally sold. I've had these probably for 6 months now. I thought that they would sell because I thought they were kind of cool. They're keen, but I've never seen like ones like this before where it's like a flip-flop almost, but with the back strap and stuff. So I paid $10 for these, and they ended up selling for $42.96 free ship. I was able to fit them in a padded flat rate, so shipping cost me $7.91. I got a pair of Jordans. These ones sold for with the discount from the weekend. Oh, actually, I think I sent a little bit extra off of these because it came out to $39.95, so that's more than the 14%. I had them listed at $49.95 free ship, and yeah, this buyer paid $39.95 free ship. Where's it going? I'm trying to remember what I paid for shipping. Those went to Alabama. I don't think shipping, I think it was like $8.80 or something like that, so not too bad. I did try to get them in a padded flat rate, but they were just a little bit too big, so an extra $1, and I was able to ship them in a box. Alrighty, next up. Oh, and those shoes, I got those from the Once Upon a Child, so I paid like whatever $8.50 minus 20% is, so probably around $7. And then this guy is something I kind of regretted buying. It sat in the death pile for a while, and I finally got it listed. I didn't even look up comps when I bought this because I had heard people talking about Wilton cake pans, and this was Disney Pocahontas. It was over 20 years, so I was like, oh, it's vintage. So anyways, yeah, it wasn't worth it, but I didn't lose money. I probably doubled my money. Ended up selling for $12.86 free ship. It was under a pound, so I'm able to, I bubble wrapped it and I'm gonna put it in a poly mailer. So shipping was about $4 something. It's only about 10 ounces. So yeah, so $12.86 minus 4 minus fees, and I paid $2 for the pan. So I think I made like $4 or $5 off of it.
And it's new, right? It's never been used. It still has the label in it.
It didn't look like it had been used. Yeah, the Pocahontas was taped in there with some like old looking tape, so I don't know if someone used it and cleaned it, but it looked unused, so yeah, probably would not pick up another cake pan. I know there are some that are worth something, but it's not my thing.
Maybe when we have a different space.
Yeah. Alright, next up, these are some Cat in the Hat pajamas. I think I paid $25 for these off of Kitizen from another mom. And both my kids have worn them at this point. They sold for $19.95 free shipping, so not too bad. Shipping was around $3.50 on those. And then this is something I bought off Kitizen just to get a bundle discount deal, so I basically broke even. These only sold for $12.86 free ship. There's some crops. They were super worn. I only have a couple dollars into them. And yeah, shipping did cost a little over $4, so. Alrighty, and then we sold another one of these ultra long sleeve shirts. I think I only have one left. I don't remember what I started with, maybe 6 or 7. They've all sold off in the $30 to $40 range, and I paid $5 for each. So
very nice.
$29.95 free ship is what this one sold for, and shipping was just around $4 on that.
That's the kind of stuff we want to get more into.
Yeah, so those were at Goodwill, and they were like there was a whole bunch. There was more than I bought, but I was like, I can't buy them all because I don't know. I've never sold this. I mean, I could have bought them all, but I was just kind of too scared. Now I wish I would have bought them all because, yeah, they've taken a while, but they've all sold off. And after, like, the first 2, I probably already made all my money back, so live and you learn.
Next time.
Next time we'll take a bigger chance, maybe.
And then they won't sell one.
These are just some blue and gray leggings. I got these at the Goodwill outlet, so I probably have no more than $1 into them. They sold for $17.16 free ship. Shipping was just around $4 something on those. So this we already talked about this in the last video, but she finally paid, so that sold for $49.95 free ship. Just a North Face jacket. That was under a pound, so shipping was about $5 on that. Alrighty, this is a pair of Brooks. So I actually paid up kind of a lot for these for a Goodwill anyways. I paid $20 for these Brooks at a Goodwill, mostly because they looked almost new. They had essentially the tiniest bit of wear. I figured I could get around $60 for them and that I would at least double my money, which is basically what happened. They ended up selling. So we just bought these like last week. I think I listed them a few days ago, and they sold this weekend for $56.95 free ship. And they went to, what is LA, Louisiana, right? I don't think the shipping on these was terribly a lot. I think it might have been like $10. So, yeah, I think I basically profited $19 and some change. So I almost doubled my money fairly quickly, but it was kind of a big risk, I guess. But I knew for at the very least these would sell for like $50. So I guess it was a risk, but not a huge one. I don't know. Would you pay $20 for something that you thought would sell for $60? Let me know.
So before you get to that last thing there, We had a viewer, a friend of ours, Laura Bravo. She asked about, she just bought a pair of Brooks. They were in really good shape, and then she got home and realized they were missing the insoles. What would you do?
I mean, I think they'll still sell really good. I've sold at least 3 or 4 pairs of shoes without insoles. Recently, probably last month, a pair of Hokas sold for like 50 or something with no insoles. They were pretty beat up on the outside too. One time I did a poll on my Instagram story, some asking, you know, would you buy these shoes with no insoles? They look like perfect shape otherwise, and it was kind of evenly split. And then someone messaged me saying that runners like to add their own insoles a lot of times anyways, so, and Brooks are mainly like running shoes, so yeah, just list them. I'm sure you'll still get a good amount.
List them, disclose, and be willing to take offers. And
I mean, they retail for what, $130, $140, so even, I mean, in insoles you can buy for like less than $10, I would think. So yeah, just say they don't have insoles. I don't really think it's a deal breaker. You only need one person to buy them, and I'm sure that there's lots of people that would be fine with buying them. So
I don't think it's a total loss, but I think they'll still sell, Laura.
All right, and then last eBay sale was this guy. This was our best sale of the weekend. American Girl Bitty Baby dolls. So these are the twins, which they don't make anymore. So these sat in the death pile for a while, mostly because I wasn't sure how I was going to ship them. I just didn't want to photograph them. I didn't want to like brush their hair or do anything for them, which I ended up not brushing their hair. I just kind of listed them as is. I wanted to make sure I got them up before Christmas because I thought somebody would probably buy this for a gift. So I don't know if the person that bought it did buy it for a gift, but I'm very happy that they sold. They've only been listed a couple days. All the American Girl dolls I've sold have sold in like 3 days max, usually like the first day. So I listed them for $149.95. I did see a comp right around there, and with our sale of the weekend, this buyer paid $128.96 free shipping. I did pay $25 for this set at a local thrift store, and then the shipping cost me $18 and some change. So it was going to Florida, and it's a 5-pound box. So yeah, this is what we're shipping it in. It's just a little handmade. We just cut down a box, made it fit. Once the dimensions get over like 18 inches, it kind of gets really pricey for shipping. So luckily this was like about 17 inches. So with the extra box, it was still right in that 18 inch, thankfully. So that's why it took us a while to get it listed, because I needed to make sure what shipping was going to cost before I did. Because if it was going to be too much, I would have just sold the dolls without the box. But I wanted to send the box because I just feel like it added more value to it. So it was worth paying a little more for shipping to add that value. So yeah, that's it for eBay. We're going to wrap these up, and I'll show you guys what sold on the other platforms.
I bet that sold because you had a 14% sale, not a 15% sale.
Probably, you know.
We'll be right back.
All right, guys. So we will do Poshmark now. So these are a pair of Crocs. This was a new type of Croc for me. Like inside it says Light Ride. And the footpads are like very squishy. Like I kind of want a pair now because these like felt so comfortable. But yeah, I found these just over the weekend at Goodwill. You can tell they're like basically unworn. I did pay $8.99 for them, which is normally more than I'd pay for Crocs because they usually only sell $25 to $30. But since they were in such good shape, I figured at the very least I can double my money. So I listed them for $35. Someone offered me $28, and I definitely accepted. So I make like $22 and some change minus the $8.99. So I made like a $12 profit in like a day. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, if you have not heard of those, look like the solds were pretty good on eBay too, like around $40 for even used, even though they're like $55 new. So I think that people like that Light Ride, whatever that is. So
definitely a better looking Croc than I've seen than the others.
So, and then this weekend, my son's room was just getting crazy. Like he has a bunch of shoes and stuff, and we were doing a little winter cleaning, I guess. I wanted to make sure all of his shoes fit on his little shelf that he has, so which can fit like 30 pairs, and he had more than that. So I picked out 10 that he either hasn't worn or don't fit, or that I just can't see him wearing before he'll outgrow. So listed them up this weekend. These sold within like a day. They are some Disney Woody Vans, and listed them for $50. Took an offer of $40 same day, and yeah, pretty happy with that. I can't remember where I got these, but I don't think I've ever paid more than like maybe $25 for a pair of Disney Vans. So I think I made all my money back there.
It's a very popular style, right?
Yeah, any Disney Vans are going to do well. Kids ones I can usually get around 40. Those were in like excellent condition. But even in bad condition, I've gotten like 25. So always pick them up. The adult ones even more, closer to like 70 plus. All right, and this was just like a random thing. So I got this for $1. You can't see what it is, but you'll see it on the screen. So it's LAMB. It's Gwen Stefani's line of things. The only other thing I've sold of this brand was a pair of kids shoes. But I've heard other resellers talk about it and say that it sells well. So this is just a watch tin. It doesn't have a watch in it. It's just an empty tin. But I've been wanting to like add some more random like home or like hard goods to my Poshmark store, so it was $1. I took a chance on it, and it ended up selling for an offer of $10 this weekend. So not huge money, but I make $7.05 minus 1, so that's a Starbucks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean $6. I'm profiting $6 off a tiny little tin because it says LAMB on it, which is Gwen Stefani's line, and people like that. So.
Well, it's funny because I just purchased a Nintendo Switch game case, just the case, not the game, because I was missing the case because I have kids. But I did the same thing. I just bought an empty case.
Hopefully someone has that watch or something cute to put inside. Alright, so this is something that was a new to me brand. I think it's Manduka. Let me know if you've heard of that brand before. I had not. The reason I bought them is because when I touched them, they felt like really, really nice. Almost like Lululemon feeling, like good quality. Looked them up. I saw sold in the $30 to $40 range, and these were like $3.99 at Goodwill, so I took a chance. They've been listed probably 6 months at this point, so it was not a fast sale, but someone finally offered me $20 and I accepted because, well, I hadn't got any other offers and they've been listed for 6 months, so I don't know if I'd pick them up again. I probably would, just for the low price, but I don't think they're like a popular enough brand for that many people to be searching for it. But all right, and then this was I was happy to finally sell this. We actually picked this up just before all the lockdowns the first time, so we've had it since like early March. I paid $2 for it at a Goodwill. It sold finally for $18 on Poshmark. It was a full price sale. Someone just bought it outright, so I get like $14 off of that. And yeah, it was a Smurf shirt. It says "Call me Big Papa," so I thought it would sell quicker. I thought it was funny, but yes, nobody else did until yesterday. So that was it for Poshmark, and then we did have 2 Kitizen sales. I'm participating in the Kid Economy going on, which we did that video about the other, like last week, and it included books. So I did list up a bunch of books because I didn't have a ton of toys to list. We just don't have a lot of toys to begin with, and the ones we do have we play with. So anyways, I ended up selling 2 books. First one is, they're both Dr. Seuss. This one is What Pet Should I Get? I actually got this off Amazon a long time ago. So when my first son was born, I was like, I'm gonna collect all the Dr. Seuss books. So I started to, and we actually have a ton, and then they just never get read. It's not one that he ever chooses, and so I told him to pick out some books he doesn't want, and he basically gave me a stack of 10 Dr. Seuss books, so I listed them. This one sold for $10.75 free shipping. I looked it up. I remember getting it on Amazon, and it looks like I paid $4.99 for it back in 2016, so I actually did not lose money. I ended up shipping it through Media Mail, not through Kitizen, just because the book would have been like $5, it would have been like $5.75 because it's like 13 ounces to ship through Kitizen, and through Media Mail it's only $2.80. So I put it in a padded envelope, not padded flat rate. This is just one of our eBay mailers, and did the shipping through Media Mail, through PayPal. So $2.80 is how much I paid for shipping. After shipping and Kitizen fee, I make $8.96 minus $2.80, so $6.16. So I didn't lose money on the book. And this one I do not remember where I got because I did not see it on the Amazon thing. But another Dr. Seuss. This one sold for $8.05 with free shipping, and I also did the Media Mail, and it was the same price. I think Media Mail is $2.80 for anything up to a pound, maybe even up to 2 pounds weight. I hardly ship media mail because I hardly sell books or media, so. Alright, and then we sold these little Christmas pants. These were my son's. I think I paid $10 for them off of a Facebook group like a few years ago. Both my kids wore them, and they ended up selling for $12 free shipping. Shipping was $3.85 through Kitizen, so made most of my money back there. And then last three sales here were all from Mercari. This first one is a North Face jacket, which, sorry, I lost my place in my camera roll. Alright, this is a North Face jacket I got at the Denver Goodwill outlet, so I'm calling it free because I've already made my money back on that haul. So this buyer paid $50 plus shipping for that. I had it listed at $75. It's in really good shape, and I guess it's an Apex jacket, which I don't know what that is, but it seemed like a lot of them were selling for a good amount, so I started high, $75. She asked if I would do $50, which since I basically got it for free, I said yes. So $50, she paid shipping, so I ended up making 40-something profit. Alright, and this is another item I got at the Goodwill outlet, but this one from Colorado Springs. It just says Rocky Mountain National Park. Just a snapback part mesh hat. Ended up selling for $10 plus shipping. I have less than $1 into it. I do pack, I probably said this before, but I do pack our hats in boxes. It still keeps them under a pound because they're so lightweight to begin with. This box is probably 8 ounces and the hat's probably 2 to 3 ounces. So as long as you keep it under a pound, I do charge the buyer the 1 pound rate, and you can ship it in a box as long as it's not a priority box. And then, I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like a lot of people don't really know how to pack hats, and this is how I do it. If you do it differently, let me know, because I can't think of another way to do it. But I fill it with those bubble pops or whatever you call those, the air pillows. Then I wrap it with the cellophane, and put it in the box. So it keeps its shape, doesn't get crushed. Alright, and then last sale of the weekend was these Jordan 5 Retro Camo sneakers. I got these at Goodwill for $7.99. They ended up selling for $40 plus shipping. That was an offer someone sent me this morning, and I accepted. So.
All right, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. No questions today because it's a long enough video, and we got to get off to the post office. It's coming up quick that we got to be over there. So, all right, I think that's going to do it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.